We're ready?
And now.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Motion RC Live. And if you notice, we are not on two different cameras. I am down here in Florida at, what do we call you, Motion RC? South and Souther. So I got down here, Alex and I, Wednesday night. We had a lot of fun yesterday. You're gonna want to see that video probably next week or the week thereafter. We're having some fun over at Rich Baker's new field, which I got to see yesterday. That place is gonna be sweet. That man has a lot of plans for his field. I'm sure he's explained some of that stuff in his videos. And right now it's just, an empty farmland that we could sort of have some fun with while we're here. So it's close to where we are here, and all around just absolutely awesome. That's gonna be
Game changer for us.
that's gonna be a game changer, not just for us, for
everybody.
Anyone who lives near this area. Like, that's a field you're gonna want to be a part of. So when he eventually has shows out there, like, it'll be really cool. A lot of work to be done out there.
The field
all
of
around.
dreams is what we've been talking about. Yeah.
If you build it,
They will
come. So today, though, this is my first time I got to see the Zeus.
Yeah.
Didn't get to fly it yesterday. We were doing other things. And also, we got a lot of wind down here in Florida.
It's been crazy today. Yeah.
Not ideal to fly for this, but the other stuff we were doing, the wind was just fine for. Just fine for. It didn't matter. So I want to say hello to some people in the chat. We got Dad's RC, John Greco. Did I pronounce that right? John Greco Sr., Neil Karen Shackleton, EQRC, what's going on? MC Redtail, how you doing? And Victor and Anders, what's going on, man? So yeah, guys, the big news is sitting on the table in front. We're so excited to finally, I guess this completes the free wing options for sport jets now. There's one basically brand new option in each class. There's one in each color. We know some people are like, getting on about the color. I love it. I
haven't had any issues seeing this one either.
I'm a blue fan, but basically, the 64 millimeter Banshee is green. The 70 millimeter Vulcan is yellow. The Avanti now is just in the one color red, updated, and the Zeus blue was the next choice. So I dig it. Either way, it looks to fly fantastically. And what we're going to do today live, we're going to convert this bad boy to the 8S system. So we got the motor here, because the only difference really is the motor, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so customers that get the 6S version and want to go 8S, all you do is buy the 8S motor and drop it in your airplane and you're ready to go.
Yeah, you don't even have to update the ESC.
Nope.
So this little bit will be, good for other people. If you've never bought an ARF Plus either, the ARF Plus, you could drop any power system you want, but this is going to be as simple as connecting and then probably getting the motor wires wrong and having to
reversing ESC, we can also just reverse the channel.
You could just reverse the channel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we could do that.
So it's even easier. Yeah, but that'll be a fun little project. And then we have something else back there.
Yeah, and then we got a little surprise in the back too.
Something a little different back here.
Which just arrived. So how's everybody been your weeks? What's going on? Right. Stop dancing to the right and left. I'm a dancer, Marco. I move. I move when I just sway.
We need our wall. We're used to our wall here. Put it back.
We were gonna put the line up on the screen to try to pretend that we're in two different spots. See if we'd fool anyone, but might as well.
It's like an F20.
Not do that. Yeah, a lot of people are saying this looks like an F20 scale. I saw pictures of it. Definitely has those squared sort of features. This model, I think, will definitely cater. I like when people put scale schemes on sports jets, I
always like the one that's like, it's a gray fuselage with the orange wings and then the stars and bars. I've seen a couple guys put that up too, and it looks really good too.
Yeah, I think the F20 had a trainer version. Right. A lot of people, somebody had posted that they wanted to do with like orange colored. That'll definitely work. And I think the Vulcan and the Zeus have more of the sharp lines versus like the Avanti, to me, a little too bubbly, like a little more round. Doesn't look as sharp.
We like those surprise boxes and blue tape. Yeah, I think y'all will be very happy with this.
Yeah, this will be a cool one. It's an old, well, not an oldie, but something a little updated.
A little update, yeah.
Nothing brand new, but something that we can show that
a nice
You're going to be able to
update.
pick up very soon.
Right.
Very soon. Come fly with me. Yeah, man, this should be a lot. I'm assuming this will be a lot of people's next jets.
Yep.
Because worst thing about it, I always see people complain about the color. Spray paint is very simple. So if you don't like the color, you can always change it.
I really dig the blue. I really
do too.
And I have had no issue seeing this airplane. And I know Rich has flown it a bunch, has had no issue seeing it.
And that's something I can't speak to. I don't worry about the color of the plane in the air. I'm all about profile. Like, I can still see the profile. I know which way it's flying. If I'm going to lose a plane, the color's not going to have anything to do
I even
with
flew this at the very end of the day in the dusk once, and the lights are so bright on it. I mean, it was like dark when I flew this, and we could see it still. So
That's weird because Avanti doesn't have lights. This is the only sport jet.
No, the
does
Avanti does have lights.
It does have lights.
But
I haven't flown an Avanti in a while, but the scale lighting package on it, and just the simplicity. Like, I just put the wings on myself for the first time and used that, the new system. So quick, so a lot of good improvements in this. That we've been seeing since the Eurofighter. Then the Cougar had updates. Now this one, like every iteration
gets a little better.
Everything new from Freewing just gets
B-25 has the fast clip wings now too. Yeah,
and looking at it too with the always love that on most of the Freewing the white is painted.
Right.
That's always a plus. Always a plus. I want to fly it. I hope I can fly it. It's just the weather above the trees.
Right. We've got 30-mile-an-hour winds
we
here.
can
in
fly
Florida
it,
right
but
it's not great.
It's
for
not
video.
fun to fly it. You're gonna be, I'm gonna be clenched a lot. Flying around there. But all right, let's while we're going here, let's flip it over.
Yeah. Let's
get a lower stand.
Let's grab a blue one here.
A blue one, that'll work.
The way it matches,
Gonna flip it upside down.
Toss
And
that.
then we got
in
that
there.
top camera, and let's just get this thing ready to go.
get
So
her.
whether it's me and you doing this, or
There you go. You're on. You're perfect. You're not hitting the tail.
you and Rich end up flying this on 8S,
Slide that over there to where we're in the middle.
I'm excited to see.
Let me grab a screwdriver real quick, and we will start getting into this.
And that's what I like too with the, I'll hold the front. They put the divots in there.
Yeah, so you can get a screwdriver.
Divots so you don't have to chunk out, sometimes just getting this little compartment to get access to your motor, just one of those little things that
See, now you can get that little divot right there.
you could just pop it up, and then you should be able, you could probably get
It's probably loose now where I can get right in there.
Whoop.
Boom.
Perfect. So right now we're looking at the 3668 1960 in runner.
Turn the hat around so y'all don't see a bunch of hat action here.
How many screws are in? 3?
6. 3 on each side.
3 on each side.
I'm at a kind of an awkward angle. We got this stuff.
You're okay. You're okay. I can kind of see the chat. There we go. I saw somebody. We're gonna go through some of the community. I think I saw someone already
Grab a pair of-
early this morning. Already has a turbine in this.
Yep.
So
Didn't take 'em very long.
It didn't take very long for someone to get that ARF sent to them and them to stick a turbine in it. And I'm sure somebody this weekend is going to be releasing an 8S flight video if it's not already. If there isn't already. Actually, Lori, if you can, just on the side, Google YouTube, go to YouTube and just search for Freewing Zeus and see if there are any flight videos that aren't Motion RC or Freewing actually popped out their own flight video on it.
Yeah.
Or they did like a hype video, right? I like our hype video better, but
Well,
it's okay.
we're biased.
Need an afterburner. We can do that.
Yeah.
Do we have one?
I don't
We
have
don't
an
have one.
8S one though.
Oh, we don't have the 8S one. Okay.
I have one. It's in the F-22 though. I have to pull it out.
So right now, still no. Okay. So no regular.
Somebody who's going to be first.
So who's going to be first to get that up there? Other than Rich, obviously. Rich got to. Rich in his video was flying the same plane that Wes was flying.
Oh yeah.
And
He's been like, I need to fly the 8S.
We're like, we'll get
All right, here we go.
this
coming out.
8S for you. So super simple.
Yep, I got to
I
cut
can
them.
hold that. You want to pull that?
I got to cut them.
You got to cut them.
Yeah, they got heat shrink on them.
Oh, nice.
You want to
I actually like that kind of.
Yeah, most of them, when I did the Eurofighter, it was the same way.
So now there's heat shrink over the connections to make sure those connections are nice and secure. You know, if you just have a 6S version. So Wes is just
Slicing the heat shrink.
slicing and dicing.
Forgot to turn my phone off. Oops.
Wes,
Bad. Shame.
shame,
Dishonor.
shame.
It's our product designer. I have to call him later.
That really while we're live.
Yeah.
Yo, Seth,
Take it easy, bro.
you didn't get the notification on the Motion RC YouTube channel
Right, bro.
that we were live?
There we go.
That's funny. It's one down.
Yeah, let me get the rest of this heat shrink off real quick, though.
So this motor is the same system that's in the new Eurofighter 8S
Yes.
as well. So this is the latest 8S fan. I mean, if anything, we can, I mean, even though it's windy, well, no, we wouldn't get a good gauge of the speed. Whether you're downwind, it'll be too slow, and if you're
Upwind, it'll be
upwind.
super fast.
yeah,
We're going to get it this next week, guys. We're going to fly this thing for sure. Let me get that last one, and I'll clean these wires up because I can pull the airplane over to me.
sure.
Yeah, like I said, I had the same thing on the...
Here we go.
there we go. Or if you come to the front cam for a second so they don't got to be looking at me all weird, I'm going to pull this over to me and clean this up. Just for a second, guys. Don't have to reach out there on
I really like what that's new.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Like they put like a protective, hard to see, but there's like a protective, I don't want to say it's carbon. I don't know what it is, but it's not
Like a braided
yeah,
weave.
it's a braided weave like protector over the motor wires on the new 6S system. Something nice and simple. Every little new detail we notice. But then some of the other details too that I like, the plastic on the intakes. You know, that is so key because that's just an area that, you know, you're pulling in. If you're flying off grass, you're going to pull in sticks and stuff that'll just, over time, bang into the foam if it was foam there.
Now, I will probably not put heat shrink back on.
No.
I will probably just put electrical tape because I'm going to probably be able to switch these two out easily.
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling you're never going back to the other
Might not. Yeah, I may never go back.
motor.
All right, there we go.
Why would you?
So we can plug that in now if you want to go on and do that.
Oh, you're going to make me do the
Doctor.
fun part. All right.
I'm going to go get some tape while you're doing that, and we can
Okay.
tape up our wire leads.
1, 2, and I 100% have 50-50 chance to do it right, and I
Backwards, 100%.
won't. It's backwards. It's
100% of the time it'll be backwards.
We could have labeled them, but we didn't.
They might be different between the two fans. That happens.
Could be true.
No,
All
don't
right.
stick her down in there. We got to put tape on them.
Oh yeah.
We're going to tape our wires
You
up.
want to tape the wire.
We don't want them coming apart, and we don't want them ever grounded out against each other.
See, I don't think they'd ever come apart. But
Safety first.
that's just me.
I got the tape. Let's
What's up,
do it.
Thomas? What's going on? RC Informer's on his way. Oh yeah, he's got to pick something up.
That's right. He's getting.
Here.
Would you hold that right there?
They did not arrive yet, from what I can tell.
That's right. We got some building supplies showing up for his building today.
Hey, he's putting like a whole barn on there.
Air conditioned.
Are we allowed to
clubhouses?
talk about that? Is he going to be mad?
He'll be all right. Right, Rich?
Is he going to be mad?
Nah. Won't give him too much, but yeah. He's going to be doing update videos on it, but yeah. He's building a whole clubhouse. It's going to be...
It's a beautiful
nice.
spot. It's like back farm, nothing like, no guns going on in the background.
Other than ours.
Wes's old flying field had a police shooting range of all. Like they would fire cannons.
Cannons and stuff. Yeah, it'd drive you nuts.
Jameson, what am I doing down in Florida? I don't know, man. We had some fun. Wait till you see what we did yesterday.
Yep, you will all be
Some
sick.
people will be mad about what we did yesterday, but I don't care. It was too
yeah.
much fun.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be like...
It was too much fun. It was something we had to do.
For science.
For science. Yeah.
That's right. We did it so you don't have to.
Yeah.
See?
We did it for everybody.
All right, so now we just need to make sure we lay all the wires down in the trough. They're going to set right underneath the fan. I guess, Lori, top shot. And we're going to
I don't
just
think we're
lay
going to see anything too exciting.
Probably not.
If you want to know how to screw down 6 screws,
That's it.
this is the video for you.
There it is. But the big news is just get the wires under the fan and make sure you don't pinch anything. That's the big thing.
I guess you could do it wrong.
Clean install
1,
here, yeah.
2, 3, 4, and 5. Do you want your electric one?
Nah. Can't strip them out with the hand drill. All right, so we get one on each side.
And you have the 2S packs?
Yeah.
That go over.
I have the 4 and the 2S. Uh-oh.
You just lost one. You miserable.
It's gone forever. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, hang on.
Are you going to get it?
Oh, yeah. Hang on. I got my...
Oh, my God. That's like the teeth puller outer.
It's great, though. Because
There's like a movie with the guy who plays Borat where he's like getting tortured, but he keeps... I forget what it is. He like... Every time the guy pulls out a torture weapon, he like makes fun of it.
Aha! I did it. All right, go back to the front. This is too hard to do. Because I can come right up here beside it.
Oh, Jameson, so you are going? I know you were not, you were one of the non-bluers. But I knew you wanted a big sports jet. So paint it up. Paint it up.
There it is. Just wanted to get them lined up.
Like, to me, like, I want to rip the cockpit, pilot out, and put 70s Batman in there, Put the blue-gray Batman in the front. This would be... Because it's a sports jet.
There we go. Sports jet, so you need like a little football player flying it?
What's a jet?
Sports guys. Yeah, if I had the 8S afterburner for it right now, I would, but...
I don't. What's more important, the afterburner? Well, also, we don't want the afterburner on because we do want to do the speed, with the GPS, so... A little afterburner could cause just enough to not give you a fair and accurate.
Yep, always show them as they come out of the box. This is exactly how yours would come, guys, if you had an 8S one. We're also showing that if you have a 6S one and you drop the
You just
screw,
dropped it again?
it's right here, though, in better days.
Man!
Well, okay, so the table's about 9 miles in the air right now. I normally would work on this a little bit lower.
We'll get there.
I got it.
See, Dad likes it. Great color blue. I love blue.
Cool. We're there.
I don't mind. But again,
So all we got to do is put the cover on now.
Well, color cycles. Oh, and then we have these 2 screws right here.
Yep.
Get that on there.
Wait. Is that right? Yeah, that feels right.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
This wants to tip.
I know.
I'm holding it right there.
Where'd the other 2 go?
I'm holding them.
All right.
I am holding them.
And we are 8S now. Just like that.
It's going to scream.
Heck yeah.
The sound on it was really nice from the videos.
Yeah, it's not the same as some of the other ones. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Some of them have a real deep grunt. This one's more of a higher pitch sound.
It doesn't sound like the Venom.
No.
Nothing
it's not
sounds like the Venom.
Doesn't sound like the Venom. There you go.
Nothing
Boom.
sounds like the Venom.
That's how easy the 8S conversion is.
I'm gonna get it too. Like I'm shocked with the weight of it.
Oh, she's a chunk.
Like it's got significant weight to it.
And this is with the smallest battery right now too. So the 5000 is the smallest battery you want to fly in it.
Oh, well, we could put the.
We could do it.
I brought the carbons.
Yeah, we can put the carbons in there. We can put. Well, not on the 6S system.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. But
so we don't have a
6,000s.
carbon equivalent. We would need a 70cc two cell.
Right. But we're gonna be all right with the weight. Here, wait. With the weight of the extra batteries in the front, we really don't need to have the carbons in there.
For sure.
Nice size bird. Bring back.
Oh, do you have the Avanti here?
It's in Rich's car.
Oh, you let him borrow it. Say, just for size comparison,
Yeah, we've got a Vulcan.
Vulcan's obviously
Different.
clearly too small.
But yeah, I mean, it is definitely bigger than the Avanti.
Well, it should be.
Got the Cougar right around the corner.
At 90. At
Not really
90.
a sport jet, though.
Bring back, did the Venom go away?
I don't think so.
Bring back the Venom.
I don't think the Venom's gone anywhere.
If the Venom's gone away, then we know what we're doing
what's
later.
going to happen to it tonight if
We
that
know
happens.
we're going to be having some fun with the Venom. I brought mine down here. I filled up the van full of goodies to bring on down. I see Hamilton
gone?
here.
It might be. She gone.
It's gone.
Well, it's going to be really
sad.
gone now.
That's sad.
It is sad because that's a great airplane.
But it
Make
may not
room
be-
for other things.
It may not be gone forever. Who knows?
And
Who knows?
yes, there could be
Come
a
back.
could
Yeah,
be
do
a
we want to
reason.
get to that? Well, Lori, let's do some community. We're doing it a little differently today because, again, I got down here Wednesday. Normally, I go through all the stuff, download all the stuff we find on, customer shares, but we figured let's just bring up the webpage and go
Yeah.
through the customer community ourselves.
So
while
here
we're
it
here.
is.
So, Lori, you're going to have to be yelling out who's who. See what we
Keep
can
going.
find.
That was just a question. Keep going. I answered that one earlier.
Well, you could stay on us, find something cool.
Yeah,
then
there's the
cut
new-
back to us. Oh, what is
Somebody's
that?
already got
Somebody's got
one.
it. There it
There
is.
it is.
That's Frank Mirage.
Frank Mirage.
Got his new Zeus in. Put it together in the living room.
Yeah, he said five.
Put together to NSF radio, waiting tomorrow.
Nice.
There
Nice.
is nothing to.
There's nothing to put this together. Like
Yeah.
5, 6,
When you
7.
sent the assembly video,
7
I'm like,
screws,
oh,
I think.
this
Yeah,
assembly video is like 5 minutes too long.
10 because there's 5 on the bottom. Yeah. There it is. There's the turbine conversion.
And bring that picture up larger. What does he say? Does he read his little, what's his name?
Felipe Gonzalez.
Felipe Gonzalez.
Yeah, follow up on the post of the Zeus conversion. Chain roughly mounted, still need to straighten out some
There.
edges.
All right, let me walk over here to Lori. Follow up post on the Zeus conversion. Tank is roughly mounted, still need to straighten out some of the edges and the hard mount once I can figure out CG. Turbine rough mounted along the pipe. Tomorrow I will epoxy in the wood for the turbine pipe and start mounting my UAT. Along with installing JP brakes and making mounts for the receiver. Tons of airflow going around.
The pipe.
Pipe, any sorts of heat shield along the pipe and tubing. Let's click on those pictures, see if
Wow.
they can. Look at that. Look at that.
Plenty of space. Is that same little, that's the same K?
Little 45, yeah.
K45, whatever it is.
Got his thrust tube in there. Looks great.
Yeah, we'll say the space, just the space in general, like
Fuel
even in the
tanks.
battery compartment, like plenty of space to play. But it's going to scream.
Gonna scream. Loads of room,
Yeah,
yeah.
right, dads? Just like tons of room, a lot of space, like well thought out for that.
Yeah, kick it up to him.
And that's obviously, I don't even think that goes into Freewing's engineering design process, like thought process at all of putting a turbine in it.
So next we've got Jeff Brund.
Brunt.
Oh, Brunt. He's got him some 3D printed egglets for his scooter. He made
Okay.
him some bombs. Look at that.
The logo.
I think the first time I ever saw 3D printed parts was James when I went to visit him. He had made a whole bunch for the L39, but that looks great. I love the yellow tips on those bombs too.
Well, those remind me of those bombs that used to come with was it with the F-86? then
I
they
think
stopped-
the Crusader used to come with some of those. They were like the 3 ones.
No, there was I think it was the F-86 had the green, had like 6 green bombs that would go underneath. But remember the story I was told that those bombs were on a different mold than the rest of the plane, and then that mold actually got destroyed, and that was the only way they could make those bombs. And like something happened to that big mold. And when we're talking molds, if you guys go back in time to when we were on, when we did our live show way back when, where we talked about, how planes are produced, still gets a lot of views. These molds for a model like this, they're the size of like barn doors, big, gigantic pieces of steel, you know, that get moved around. And, you know, obviously they got to be careful. And if you're not careful, you lose a mold and you lose any chance of you know, sending that mold through anything. So the whole injection process gets destroyed. But those like little green bombs, and those are one of the first things I think ever popped up on Thingiverse that I saw for 3D printing. I'm forgetting if it's the F-86. Oh, no, not the Crusader. It's the Intruder. That's where they were from.
Yeah, that's what I said, the Intruder.
You said Crusader.
Corsair,
Like,
one of them.
64 millimeter.
One of them Navy airplanes, yeah.
The Intruder.
All right, so the next guy we have coming up, this is Stem Wings RC Enhancements, and he has added slime lights all over his F4, which looks pretty dang cool.
Those are really cool.
Love
those are things now. Like now that Freewing did their own afterburner, you know, like
some of those.
That would be great if they, whatever the next model they do, if they could somehow get that into the stock out of box design, you know,
right?
That would be awesome.
We're looking for our next post.
Yeah, Wes is back there. It's just me here in the studio. I will say it's my first time in like the finished studio. Last time I was here, it was still, we were helping set up.
This is great too.
Down here to see it like finished and be in. It's got a nice little situation over here.
Right?
It's very clean. It definitely is. You are a neat freak.
A neat hobbyist. I don't know if I'd go with neat freak.
Everything's got its place, you know, easy to find stuff.
Papa makes it that
Big
way.
Jim RC.
Yep, got his stands out. He's CG in it.
You think I got to be filming new product vids? Maybe. I mean, part of it though, I hadn't seen this, and I still haven't seen the B25 in person. So this is my first time getting to see these two. You know, now I want to send them to Wes because Wes is just, you know, superior pilot. I don't mind taking on more of the boats and the tanks and the cars and all the other stuff for the last year or so. But now I get to come down and just play with planes. I don't even have to make them. I can just fly them.
That's right.
I would like to fly the B-25.
Yeah, got to see the old P-40 yesterday. An old friend.
Yeah. My old friend.
Wish it goodbye.
Some of the old ones. Yeah. Had to say goodbye.
All right.
What's up, Alan?
Yeah, that's great though. I love the
Sherbets. Yeah, it's a nice looking plane, man. You know, if the color is the only thing that really people are upset about, then we got another hit on our hands. Yeah. Especially once people start flying them, I think they'll dig it. I think they're gonna dig it. And again, I think that now sums up. You know, Freewing has one sport jet for each size: Banshee, Vulcan, Avanti, and Zeus from 64, 70, 80, and 90. So that's it. I would say if you're interested in some of the older sport jets that are still available, if you wanted to get one, because I doubt they're going to survive much longer. Oh, there it is.
Sticking it on the screen for the guys. There you go. We'll get the color wheel up.
Threw that together. But
Simon says, today I'm flying this.
But yeah, like I don't think you're going to see the Rebel, the Stinger, the Stinger, the big one too. 90 was a Stinger as well as the 64s.
I think so. I think that one's.
I think those will probably be gone, you know, and it'll just be this because you don't need them anymore. How many sport jets do you need? They got one in each size. Now just
that's cool.
Pick your price point. Pick it by price point, by color, or by size, and you'll have a fun sport jet that's up to date with the latest technology and ready to rock. So you can't really beat that.
We're gonna pop up old Brett.
Is that an F5?
Yeah, F5. He's got him some blue. What is this guy thinking? Putting blue on his airplane. No, it looks sharp though. Got some custom paints on there. I think I had seen that this guy's got it super hopped up too.
We'll say the Zeus. I'm surprised. Oh no, there's a blue box in there.
Oh yeah.
They had to go blue with the blue box, blue plane.
There you go. That's some sweet stuff. I think he's got some pictures later.
Now that I'm thinking about it, if I knew that the color was going to be so, controversial, I should have made we should re-edit the video to, that I'm Blue song. But it is pretty darn sweet. Paint it up, Mike Bird. Paint it up. If you want a different scheme, you can make anything you want. Very simple to paint this thing. Little tape on the canopy, and the rest you're good to go. But even just looking at it in person, you know, some of the things that I noticed from, you know, obviously I've opened up a ton of Freewing models over time. The nozzle in the back is like not flimsy plastic or anything. It's like, it's solid piece, which just looks much better. Like just a lot of, and then just even, you know, appreciating the buried hinges too. You know, like that's really clean, you know. The only other technology thing I wonder if, you know, they could ever do, which just make it really hard to, like, could they eventually ever find a way to really hide the control horns and rods? Like, would there be a way to do that, you know?
It depends how thick the wing is. Especially on a jet like this, it's hard because you got to hide them inside the wing.
You know, like that would be something that eventually could be, you know.
Yeah, they have embedded ones.
And then the only other thing I would say is, you know, I love that they put plastic here, but just
do the rest.
Do the rest. Yeah. You know, like, so like, why have a little bit of foam here? Like I see it's already bubbled a little bit. Oh, yeah. You've probably been as protective as you can with it, but that's always going to happen.
My precious.
You know, just make the whole thing. Is the difference of plastic, is that going to change? Is that going to make it go from 130 to 129? Right. You know, like, I don't know, but like that would have been nice. But then again, it's a sport jet. Honestly, with this, I would have preferred with the sport jet,
black canopy.
Just the black canopy, the chromed out or golded or whatever, blue. Like if they went with like a deep blue and just not be able to even be visible, then you don't have to worry about anything in there because it's a sport jet. I don't need a fake dude in it. Which one has the guy? The Avanti has a pilot.
They added it.
And
it didn't used to.
It didn't used to.
It's got a pilot now.
Like me, if I were you, I'd get chrome paint. Just
chrome it out.
Chrome it out. Chrome it right from here.
Or even the other thing that's always cool is get some of that tint for tail lights. You paint the inside of it so you just barely see through it.
Yeah. That's paint it from the inside out. Yeah,
I think that's what I need next. I think.
That's Rybert, Chris Rybert with
his 700 size. Lori found us another one. Look at that. I think that
whole channel is dedicated to.
We're trying to figure out what helicopter I want.
You want an Apache.
But look at that. I mean, look at the body size of that helicopter, though. You get such a big helicopter.
That is a big heli. And you've got the smaller version.
Smaller one, yeah.
See, now that one big, though, I've seen they have that in red and blue, that scheme.
I love the blue.
I like the NYPD look.
It is pretty cool, though, yeah.
You know, a scale look on that. But yeah, back to the Zeus.
Sorry. Sidetrack.
That's what I was looking. You tell him, Jay, right, Mike? If I was
sidetrack.
If I had any chance of, you know, having any say in any of this, not that I should. I always cut to that Simpsons episode when his brother-in-law makes him like design a car, and he like designs some terrible car that crushes the company. That would be me. I would design something so ridiculous. Can we get 2 more EDFs on the wingtips?
That's right. Yeah, you still haven't actually seen the B-25 in person, have you?
I've seen it on your shelf there, yeah.
Until this weekend. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. I said
having to get him caught up here.
Way.
I wish we had some better weather.
Send them your way. The weather's been fine for what we needed.
Oh, yes, definitely. The other thing I like is how nice these gear are, too. I mean, you know how sometimes you have to push really hard to make them suspension work? This one, you really don't. They're very smooth.
I'll give it the hard.
There you go.
I know Wes is like
get off of it. You're going to scratch it.
I come here and say, it's not yours. It's now mine.
That's right. But no, it's been a great jet. We really enjoyed flying it. We've been flying
it's a sport jet. Yeah. To me, personally, like, again, my personal, you know, if you guys watch me, I like warbirds. So I'd take a scale jet first. The last thing I'd ever get personally would be a sports jet. But that's just me personally. But they're always awesome to fly.
And I will say, everybody flies these at events. Like, these are always hot.
You know, like, some guys love this stuff, and that's, you know, if you're going to be doing aerobatics, I want to see, you know, now that the video's out, done, like, I want to see you and Rich really, I want to see it high alpha. I want to see it, you know, 4-point rolls, and like, you know, we want to do that stuff, but when they only send you one to make a video, and
pictures.
The worst thing is we thought we had another month, to, you know, the container for this one arrived earlier than expected, so we had to make that video with what we had in limited time. So we didn't even get to really explore the full range. And I know there'll probably be a lot of guys out there, better pilots than even Wes and Rich, that are going to be popping out videos of it doing everything that we know it's going to do.
Right.
That we didn't get to fully show in a 2-minute hype video and the first flight video, you know?
It needs to live, though. That's the hard part. That's the beginning. You know,
I wish they would just say, you know, a lot of times we do it, we're able to get 2. Sometimes we're able to get 3. Then you can be dangerous and wild, because if you lose one, at least you have another one. Mm-hmm. But it's happened to me in the past. I forget what model I had. It was if you ever go back in the past, the OV10. Well, that one, but the OV10, well, that was me. The OV10, I crashed the day before I was supposed to have it on the table live to show all you guys. The last flight, me and Alex had filmed a bunch, and I was getting dangerous with it, and I stalled it in the final. Like, I stalled it in the turn, and just, it was destroyed. So then the night before I was supposed to go live, we turned that into a premiere. So the live chat was there, but I just strung together the assembly video, the flight videos, and just, you know, release it. I don't know, you know, I never talked to the chat. I don't know if people knew it wasn't live or not, but it worked, and it was fine. Yeah. But then I ended up,
we had 2 of those, thank God.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It's been a long time ago now.
But when you only have one, man, every time you put it up, even though you know, oh, it's a sport, it's going to be easy.
Something
your
can
butt
happen,
clenches, and you know you can make a stupid mistake. Yeah. Just do something stupid. But I'm glad that didn't happen, and we got enough. Now you can take it and go hard.
Give
with
it to her. But yeah, the P factor is always hard. That's what we said. The pucker. That's right.
The pucker factor,
especially when it's the only one.
So 150, baby. That's what we're hoping. That's what we're gonna see.
We're gonna find out.
Rich, if you haven't left yet, I don't know if you're in your car talking to the thing, but you have the GPS. You have the Sky.
Rich has the GPS.
Rich has it.
Bring the GPS, Rich.
Bring the GPS. We could try. We give it an attempt today. Might as well. But I said, let's take this off the table.
That's right. Maybe we'll figure out what this is.
Let me open this.
I mean,
this isn't going to be as. I don't know. For some, it's going to be exciting, but it's a simple.
Here you go.
Simple change to a great model.
Oh, you got one. Cool.
I got a box cutter. My green box cutter makes the world go round. Yeah.
What's in the box? You're going to find out.
Well, is it written on the side? Did I expose it?
No, it's only on this side. You're good. Nobody knows yet. It's still a top secret. It is something.
Again, a simple. Don't get too.
Don't get too.
But you can. Some people are going to be super pumped. I know Wes is super pumped.
I personally am super excited for this.
Is that new? Did they change the box?
I don't know. I never had one of the brackets. I've always had used ones. I've never had a new one.
You've never had a new one. So we've got the Mirage
with a new paint scheme.
With a new. Or an unpaint scheme, if you will. We know a lot of people were not a fan of the tiger meat on there, and always wanted it just in your basic, and that's what should be in this box.
Should be.
And from my understanding, it's in the U.S. warehouse now, so by probably sometime next week, they'll make them live. We just got to get pictures of this as soon as we possibly can, so that people know what they're getting. With their Mirage. Let's just take the fuselage out.
A little different color.
Oh, they got some, but that wasn't there?
Yeah, it is a little different.
Okay, so then it's a scale scheme. But I think the
so
tiger...
you got decals in the box.
Oh, she can go to the top down.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There we go.
It doesn't like the white boxes, but...
by the way, I love that they're giving us the gigantic tube of my favorite glue, by the way. Like, they instead of all those little tubes, now they give you the gigantic toothpaste style.
The little tube wasn't enough.
That's right. You gotta have that big tube once you hit something really hard.
Like, I wish they would sell that just by itself.
Oh,
you know,
no gear.
Oh, okay. So this isn't. So they sent us an ARF.
Maybe this is the ARF, which is okay because I've got 2 of them out here to rob parts out of.
We just needed pictures.
I got the pieces to put it together, brother. We ain't taking just pictures. We're flying this one.
That's probably better because, again, we don't need like new flight videos or anything for it. We just need to show. We just need. Well, you'll make them, but like, you know, we don't need it to sell it.
Yeah, the paint job is definitely a different shade.
But yeah, check that out. She can go. We can hold it up right there.
I guess I could grab the old one too.
If she's on that. Well, yeah, mine, the one I brought is beat too.
Well, if you want to see mine, it's even beat up worse. You don't have a nose.
Wes is going to grab it, but so the roundels are still on it. They've got all the, I think this is new. They got this like new sticker.
Here, we're comparing.
Sort of outlining.
There you go.
Right on it. We've got the.
We're not saying it's not ugly.
Oh no, see, those stickers are there.
Yeah, they're there.
They are there.
But those are different.
But they put the roundel and said, well, the roundel would be there if it wasn't for the tiger meat, so they added that.
Was that? Oh, sorry.
So we just went, that wasn't in the shop.
That's what it used to look like.
It's dirty.
It's dirty. It's fine.
Get that out of here.
It's fine. It's a little dirty.
But then in the box, so then these are the tiger meat decals then.
We'll take all its retracts out.
Let me see. Yep, there they are. So if you want to put the tiger on, now you got your work cut out for you.
You can come in, Alex.
But now that it's just that darker gray, hold on. I just want to pull out one tiger decal just to show them.
Here, I'm going to cut this one real quick.
Just to show the people. Yeah, we want to see the fuse.
That way we're there. Yeah, so if you want to put them on, you can now.
So there's the tail. You will get that as if, and it is water slide.
Yep.
For sure. So easier to put on than vinyl when it comes to the bigger stickers, I find.
But easy to repaint now, and that nice change. I like that.
Nobody seems to be able to want to paint anymore.
Oh, man. Look at that. This one still has all the antennas on it. I've never had a fresh one out of the box. Mine have always been beat up.
Let's see it. Here we go.
Oh, there's the gear. I guess they are in it. That's all right. Install them.
Well, if it's an ARF Plus?
No. I'm curious now.
Well, then again, I can't remember the last time. Can't believe the last time I put together a Mirage either. So maybe that's
it does.
To fit it in the box, because the gear would protrude.
Yeah, that's true.
From the wing.
That's true. So maybe it just makes sense.
That's a consideration because again, when it comes to all these developers, the box size, an inch
is a lot of money.
Can cost thousands of dollars in shipping. An inch either way, because again, 1 inch means less in the container, less go out at the same time. I remember there was one model, I forget which one. There was one model I remember them having a big complaint about because the box was 1 inch bigger than it should have been.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen one.
It was too late. It was too late.
Look how nice it looks.
Yeah, it looks nice. Nice and deep.
It's not foam.
Is that plastic?
That is back there.
Plastic on the back of the canopy, nice.
Man,
all heat shrink together with the new, with that same new. So
I wonder if it's a reversing
the new motor
ESC
stuff.
Can you see it from the bottom? See if it's got an orange label on it.
Yes.
Okay, so you got a reversing ESC now too.
Yep, it's a V2 says on there.
Nice.
Yep. So it's the reversing ESC.
Hey guys, I literally found out this was delivering yesterday, so we're finding out with you guys. Right
now. This is great.
I figured why not crack her open?
This is better than I expected to be, so that's awesome. Nice. We got the back 2-part fuse, but again, nice. So it's just a military. I thought it was just going to be more plain, but they actually put decals.
Yeah, it's got the decals
on the other piece. Oh, and the two big bombs, they're darker.
Yeah,
they're definitely darker.
Oh, it looks
these
good. Look way better.
Well, these were always like very phallic. That's all I can say. These are gigantic. They always look so silly on the Mirage, but
yeah, I never flew it with them on it.
But there
you go.
Cool.
They're there though.
Put those aside for later. And then there's the tail. So the tail without the fake slime lights, but all around nice paint job on it. Nice dark gray, light gray combo. All the decals already on, so you just have to screw in your landing gear.
Nice refresh though.
Simple,
The
nice refresh for one of the fastest models.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if this has the new this already has the new in-runner system in it.
I mean, look. Yeah, it is.
So this thing's gonna scream.
It's gonna scream.
And it's a high alpha demon.
Love it.
So now we can 100% just. I'm going to have some fun with my Mirage later, I think.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to live dangerously with the Mirage later. Why not?
I like the idea.
Because that one can, Man,
I'm pumped. You guys, this is literally one of my favorite airplanes we've ever had. James knows that I used to fly mine like every single show I'd fly it, and then I unfortunately had a tying of the lowest.
Everyone has a shelf life. Everyone has a shelf life.
So I'm excited to see this one come back.
I heard my phone go off. Let me see if it's...
Super excited about it.
No.
Well, not come back. It never left, but come back with a better paint job on it. There you go.
Awesome.
Stick these back in here. Your paddle.
Yeah, we'll do. You'll do an assembly.
Yeah, we'll do
video,
a full assembly and
re-unbox it and whatever. If we can get it back in, I don't think you're gonna be able to get it back in. We might have to go back into the video to see it.
Look at that, ye little face. There it is. Boom. Put that on there. Throw it up there.
Right back on top. This was like that.
Boom.
Like
wing,
that.
wing. Winky, wink.
One wing.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
One wing like that, like Tetris. I like
Yeah, we should have got us a shot set up for a tease.
tease of
what we've been doing.
Oh yeah, no
tease.
No, they gotta see. Right. You'll see it in all its glory.
All its glory.
In all its glory. That'll be awesome. Is that a Papa phrase? That's a Papa phrase?
It's like his favorite phrase. Oh yeah. Man,
nice.
How fun is that though?
Yeah.
She's back in all her performance. Yeah, look, there you go. New motor specification. 80 millimeter, 3658, 2150. There you go. In runner.
Nice.
Let's see, is this an 80 or a 70?
80.
Is it?
Mirage is always an 80.
80, yeah. So the
Mirage and the F5 are about we're always about the fastest, probably until the Vulcan.
So your Freewing Afterburner probably fits that too.
The F5 and the Mirage seem like 70 millimeter size frames with the 80 millimeter fan in them, you know? I was what up, Alejandro? RC forever. You're here though. You didn't miss it.
Please put reverse thrust on all of them. We are slowly.
Yeah, I think reverse thrust is going to be...
There you go.
There's no reason to stick the other ESCs in any plane, you know, as it goes forward. That just seems to be the new thing.
Yep. New paint jobs, new ESCs, new motors.
Spencer says that's the way the gear comes, so it must be. I must have had to... I can't remember that.
I've never had a brand new one. I've always bought used ones at shows, and
I'm just trying to think. I might not even have done like the Mirage was already existing when I got hired over 6 years ago. At this point, so I don't think I ever did an unboxing. I may have done it, an assembly video, but I don't know. We will see. Both look great. The planes are us. That
definitely
the planes are us. Do we both look great? It's fun to be here, though.
Got my pilot body going on.
But we want to, once this video's out, we're going
to have some fun today.
Get out to the field again and have some fun. So we're going to be setting up some of these. Question, is a Zeus naming a hint that we may get a thrust-vectored Ares somewhere down the road? Ha 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 ha. Is Ares the god of death?
Right.
No, the god of war. The god of war.
That'd be fun, yeah.
The god of thunder. No, I probably just think it's just a name. I wouldn't look too deep into it. But you never know. Who knows? Honestly, like Freewing's been surprising even us with the rate at which things are happening now. Like we have ideas of some of the things that are coming, and you guys are gonna.
But like that
happy time to be a Freewing fan.
That showed up out of nowhere.
That showed, yeah.
Like out of nowhere.
The updates have been coming frequently, which is nice. But then, some of the newer stuff that's coming.
There might be new stuff on the floor.
It's going to be awesome.
Never know.
Where?
Exactly. I don't know.
What are you talking about? There's nothing on the floor over there.
There's always new stuff from my stuff.
There's nothing on the floor over there.
There's nothing.
Boo-hoo. RC Forever, I'd love to see you fly the Zeus.
Heck yeah. Especially in the mountains, all the stuff he does.
Yeah, the blue would pop against the green trees. For sure.
We'll have to paint his green.
For sure. But I don't know where they come up with the names for these. Yeah, Sky and Thunder God. Well, we know that. You know that, Rich.
Yeah, come on.
Somebody did say something. I saw somebody made a comment. It seemed like it wasn't either sarcasm or a joke. Like, they didn't. They called Zeus like a witch or something. Somebody's like, what? Somebody's like, it's not like he doesn't buy planes if they have witchcraft on them or something. I'm like, Zeus, nothing to do with witchcraft, as far as I I can tell.
90 millimeter Thunderbirds F-16.
Is the Thunderbirds? I don't see. If it's not on the website, then yeah, it's gone. I went looking for that. I don't think the Thunderbirds version is coming back. If it disappears from the website, then that means it's discontinued. So right now it'll be just the scale gray F-16
until future notice. Yeah.
Unless
there could be,
we don't know.
A full change.
It could be just updating it, but Yeah, that one was painted. I had that one. I was saying that the white wasn't painted, but get rid of those.
SU-35. I think that one's gone too.
Yeah, the SU-35 went away because then the Eurofighter came right after.
12-year-old airplane, though.
Even long. That one came out in 08 or 09. There's still videos on our channel of some. It had a 5-blade fan. It sounded like a hairdryer. 2 hair dryers like blowing around. That was so ahead of its time. The fact that it survived as long as it did.
I will say.
I could see like that one. I could see. There's no reason to believe that at some point a new twin thrust vectored model will come, whether it's the 35 or they go with a different model.
Right. But the molds on that airplane are so old.
It's an EPP.
And it's EPP, and you can't change it. So I mean, if we're going to do another, if it's going to be another 35, it would be all new.
Well, that was a Eurofighter.
The
Eurofighter was EPP. Then
there was a version 2.
Got mad, and then now it comes back better than it
ever
was
been, right?
In EPO.
If a plane disappears that you love, just remember, most of them make it 10, 12 years. That's a long life cycle in this industry. Some of our competitors make it 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's with a model. And they're gone.
That is tough.
So they stick around a long time.
Yeah. That's always the best part. 80 millimeter EDS. I have the F5 Mirage. The only 80 millimeter at our field that outruns me is the Vulcan. The Vulcan is 70 millimeters. So you're getting outrun by a 70 millimeter. So then I would think the Avanti V2 probably outrun you as well. Well, yeah, Spitfire should stay around forever, I hope. The only thing I'd like to see the Spitfire is if they could do it. Well, no, actually, I love Spitfires. So I would say the only way I'd want them to change the Spitfire would give me the original, the Mark 1A.
Right.
And give me those features that the Corsair has that made it easier to plug in, Like, I don't take my Spitfire apart because it's a pain in the butt to take apart.
Or even make it like
Corsair, I could take it apart.
Now.
Yeah, now...
Quick connect wings.
Yeah, now you can quick connect the whole thing, so, give me back the size.
So we could figure out a way to redesign the wing.
But then push comes to shove, that Spitfire still flies great.
Oh, yeah.
Give me all that new stuff with another new... I mean, I'm still waiting for my next 1600 millimeter single engine Warbird fighter.
Me too.
I'm good. I have the OV-10. It's a twin engine. Then came the B-20. I'm good. I'm good on twins. I'm good on bombers. We had the B-24. I'm good. I want to fight in the sky. I want my single engine that flies, the best thing about the Corsair and Spitfire, 5,000. I could be up for 70 minutes. It's fast enough. It's not over fast. You could, it's my favorite things to fly.
Need a Mustang.
Give me more
need a P-47.
No Mustang.
Yeah, no, we gotta have one.
No
Everybody
Mustang.
needs a Mustang. We need 17 of them.
No.
Everybody in the comments is like, no.
Unless you're gonna do something crazy.
Love to see a Wesley and Lysander. We have a big one from Black Horse.
Freewing. And see, I don't Freewing wouldn't do. That's like a world.
You could do it in the
next
flight line.
Flight line.
Flight line would do a Wesley and Lysander if they were going to do one, but yeah.
That's like World War One.
Two.
World
War II British reconnaissance airplane.
But again, that's a little.
But we have one already. We have the giant one, and I think we have a smaller one too. I think we have 2 versions of it.
Like a reconnaissance. Again, it's. I mean, if I'm getting
Sea Fury would be awesome.
Something that I'd shoot something in the.
I'd love a big
with.
Sea Fury.
I'd love. It'd be cool. The
Typhoon.
No, what's the one? The one that's like the A-10, but it's a prop. Skyhawk.
Oh, a Skyraider.
Skyraider.
Yeah, that'd be a great airplane.
That would be sick. A 1.6 Skyraider with all the ordnance.
P-40. I have to agree with you on that, Jameson, too. I think a 1.
P-40 would work.
Yeah. The 1600 P-40 I would agree with.
Or again, they won't do a 0 for whatever reason. So then,
yeah.
you know, give me the BF-109 to fight my Spitfire. That would be nice.
I think it'd be cool to do an Italian airplane. You never get any of the World War II Italian.
The Mach-E. I think the only one I know is like the Mach-E.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Mustang, but it's got the...
There's probably a reason you don't see it. Italian aircraft.
Right.
And I'm half Italian, but what are you going to do? Maybe not known for their...
We got them going
Airplane
now.
engineering.
Everybody's discussing it here. I still say one of my favorite planes of all time that I'd love to see in it is a TBM Avenger. Have the torpedo drop mechanism.
Okay.
You know,
Yep.
you'd
that
have
would
the
be
ball
fun.
turret on the back, but you still fly it like a fighter.
That would be fun.
Do it up in George Bush's paint job.
Or just like Hellcat, Bearcat.
right,
Would be
Hellcat,
nice.
Bearcat,
You
big
know,
ones.
straight wing Pacific.
Any
fighter
Pacific
rather than
fighter does
Corsair.
great.
That would work
Right.
for me.
I love the small Bearcat. Jerry has the big one. It's about 1,600 millimeters, and it flies fantastic. The next
Or a big jug.
Yep, P-47.
But if they could do the jug, do it like 18, make it scale to the because Corsair and Spitfire aren't even scaled to each other at 1,600. Corsair would be way bigger.
Yep.
And the jug would have to be even bigger than that. You need like a 2,000 millimeter single engine jug to really make it good. See, now I'm getting people all.
yeah,
I'm not
you got a little jug,
I'm not
look
even
at
talking
that.
about things I know.
Nope.
I wish.
Look at that. Red tail flyer.
Tiger
red
Cat's a
tails.
fighter. Yeah, we know the Tiger Cat's a good plane for sure. But I want single engine.
We've already done the
We have the
Tiger Cat.
P-38. We have the Tiger Cat.
I agree. A Wildcat would be a
single.
great airplane if we can. The gear is the hard part on a Wildcat. They're weird. They go like in and up and over. They're a weird design that a lot of people struggled with.
The Ariete. The Ariete is one of the most famous Italian fighters. Nice.
90 millimeter F-35. I don't know. We
Since I
already
have you live on here, I have a question, says Edward Dietrich. Will an FMS 80 millimeter EDF fit in an ARF Cougar? Not without manipulation.
You'd have to cut to get it in there. Their shrouds are different sizes than ours.
And honestly, why? Why do the work? What do you think you're going to get an extra? How much speed?
You won't
I don't
save
think you
it.
get
You won't-
any extra speed from the new free-wing motors.
You 100% will not be any faster with that in there versus the regular, because it's got the high performance fan in it right out of the box. You're better off to buy the just plug and play.
You're just making more work for yourself. You don't need it. And a large Super Hornet, something like a twin.
You were saying that you thought a Vigan would be a good airplane earlier. Right?
Yeah, Vigan just looks cool.
Yeah.
Vigan has that really cool
we were
profile. Like
having this
to me, it's
conversation
cooler
there.
than the Gripen and the Eurofighter in just its dimensions. Yeah, that would look cool. I agree there. I definitely agree. And just to see Alejandro, what he would do with it would be, even better. Draken 2. I think the Draken is an even cooler design than the Vigan.
Was it?
I'm forgetting
One
which
of the
one's
companies
which.
used to have a Sea Vegan, which was
would be
Sea,
awesome.
what do they call it? Sea Viper, where it's got the offset canopy off to one side. I always thought that was a weird airplane too, that jet. Yeah. F-111 would be cool. Yep. I always thought Thud, wherever it is, would be cool. The Thunder Chief.
The Thunder Chief. Real life is so big and
I
heavy.
know, but I mean, a big 80 or 90 of that would be a cool airplane.
I think that was like
Fast.
to test the popularity of it, and
Fast.
I think that's one of the least popular 64 millimeters that we got. Like the Lipish, which wasn't even real, is probably the best selling.
The
one,
Lipish is
because it's so much
fantastic.
fun, though.
It's so much
It's such a fun flyer,
And
The only other, I've said this a number of times too. I think one company makes the kit. It's the DH. It was a British. It's a British wing, that like similar to the Lipish. De Havilland 182, maybe, guys. You can correct me on that. But it's a wing. I always wanted a 90 millimeter scale wing jet. Like our Neptune has the EDF. Like Neptune's one of the most fun planes for me to just whip
I agree.
around.
The Neptune's fun.
Like I like flying prop wings. Like something about a wing just fly. They fly real nice. Like the B2
We're talking about the Horton,
flies nice.
the one that was from Germany.
No, not the. Well, the
two
Horton
jet
is one, but the Horton was like a bomber. This one was designed as like more of like a. It's faster, more. It's a DH de Havilland 182, I think it is. There's one of the companies that makes kits, not Sig. Someone has it. You could buy it, and it's a 90 millimeter EDF conversion kit, but you got sticks and wood and everything, and
Well, you do good. Go on.
yeah, that's not
Me and
gonna
Papa
happen. Unless
already
you
said-
want to cover it. maybe I could get it together, but
we've never going to do another.
But we thought a scale foam 90 millimeter wing would be great. Or
huge.
You could do a sport wing that was just big with retracts and a gear because they just fly so well.
And I mean, the box would be easy because you do two 4-foot sections bolt together. And
like I saw someone else said, why don't they ever make a sport jet that's a Delta, like a fake.
Right, that'd be
cool, a fake Griffin or Eurofighter, but just designed for sport. They gotta have them out there. I'm sure they're. I'm not in the sport. That would be fun too. That could be really fun. Like something that's just designed for the high alpha, or give me something that has a 1-to-1 ratio, so you can hover it. And
a big SR-71. That'd be great.
That would be good too. Yeah, the Horton 219. Now I'm forgetting what the Horton is a wing. It is a wing.
Yeah, that was the German one. Yeah.
But there was a British one. I think that just looks cooler. But that's just me.
I'll agree with you. A wing would be fun though. Even like the big silver.
What makes it go to the next step? As far as I have a question. So a lot of ideas are put in. From what I remember, if you go back and watch, our old designer used to talk about it. Again, they have all these ideas laid out, they're probably a board of, potential projects. And then you got to weigh every single inch of everything has to be weighed out properly before something is set to put in production, from what I know. So from how big the box going to be, how many different parts, because some planes, like you think a plane like the F-14 has a lot more internal parts than, let's say, the Zeus. There might be 50 different manufacturers combining to make that product versus now 20 for the Zeus, the company that makes the control rods, company makes there's so many factors, like what parts can we reuse? That's another thing. You see a lot of the same landing gears in a lot of models. That's by purpose. You don't want to have to make a brand new set of gear every single time. Because what if there is a failure? Then you're stuck with all that. You can't even reuse them. Like there's so many logistical nightmares that I'm glad I'm not in logistics production.
All I do is fly them and look.
I just get them when they're ready to go. That's when usually we find out about them, once they're already in production and about ready to go. They won't let me go there.
An Avro Vulcan, that'd be a cool wing too. Yeah,
that would be cool. It wasn't the Avro Vulcan.
That's the British.
Laurie, type in, just Google like DH de Havilland. It's de Havilland.
It's gonna drive him crazy now.
182. I want to say it's a 182. So it's like on my head. Forget what company. Like I looked at it. So I'm like, do I want to buy this kit? Just because I want to see
I think that'd be cool too.
90 millimeter de Havilland. What? Maybe type in de Havilland wing? I don't know. Now we're not going to find it. Now I got to find it.
British flying wing. See, there's the C, whatever it's called. I like that airplane. Sea Vixen. I always thought that was.
What's that one on the bottom left there? What's that?
DH-108.
DH-108. Is that it?
Hey,
that's it.
That's a flying wing. That's pretty cool.
It's a solid design. The DH-108.
There
Bang.
we go. Yeah, there it is. It's the bottom, but bam.
DH-108. I had the 8 and the 1. I just, but that is a cool, I'm going to bring it up there. That's a cool looking design. Just simple.
Find another shot of it now.
It'll fly well as an RC model, and you could get some retracts in there. Big 90 millimeter fan. It'll float like for days. You could glide that thing all around, and then you could just,
Here we go. We got some better pictures.
Yeah, there.
Look at that. That cockpit's cool.
Like it looks cooler than the Lipish.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
And chromed out.
Look out.
That would be
you coming out with these random airplanes now.
I saw that and I was like, oh, that would just be sick. Just to fly. I don't even care much about its history or anything.
Just looks like it'd be fun.
Just because its scale makes it seem nicer. I think that would be sick.
Yeah, Sea Vixen has the cockpit. Yeah, I thought that's a cool airplane. Oh, look, yeah, there you go. There's
somebody definitely has put the kit together. There's RC videos of it out there. It looks good. Well, even the 162, the 163, the Comet, with an EDF in it. If you just did the ME-163, but you can't. But then for the scaleness, you can't put landing gear on. That one actually would have had retracts,
Right.
and the Comet had that skid, which is cool in itself. We saw that guy had the big one at Top Gun. I got a great shot of that.
Great.
Turbine, the big skid coming off. That was awesome. But that's awesome. Well, yeah, guys, that's about it. We are past our time here. I could talk forever, but I'm not going to. We've got
projects.
Yeah, we got projects to film. We're leaving Rich hanging at his field over there, so I guess we're gonna get to it. It's fun to be here in person. Look out next week, maybe Monday. You can go live and just put this thing together for everybody and have that ready to go, because we don't have time to do that with the other things we've got going on. So maybe you'll see Wes live Monday. I'm out of here Sunday, so I'll be in the chat watching from that time, and then. The Lipish is not the literal ME-163. The Lipish would have been, had it been produced, it was never produced, would have been a jet, not a rocket powered. So no, it's not the 163, but it was based off of the 163 for sure.
We do have both. We have the Skynetic 163, and then we have the Lipish. Yeah, so you can do either one.
Yeah, Lipish would have been cool to see in real life. Probably would have probably flown great, but. The war was over at that point. But yeah, so guys, we'll be back. Again, he'll be back Monday. We'll obviously be back. Remember, first Friday of every month is our main live show like this, where it'll both be us, whether we're together or not. And then every other week, we're doing all sorts of things. So guys, definitely stay tuned to the channel. We're going to have some fun, hopefully next week, to see some of what we're doing here. But either way, guys, great to be here with Wes and Lori. And great to have you guys in the chat as usual. And whether it's
land,
sea, or air, I don't know your catchphrase at the end. That's why I was throwing it to you. I didn't want
land.
Don't throw it back to me. I don't want it back. I'm passing it to you.
Whether it's land, sea, or air, Motion RC has what you want.
There you go, guys.
Next one, guys.
Have a good day.
Bye. I threw it back.